Hi, y'all. It's Aubrey Shaw with Hill Country One Realty, and our latest Austin real estate market stats just came out, and I want to go over those with you so you know what's happening in our Austin market. Big news is that number of sales are still generally down. So we are down about 16% for our number of sales across the board. Now, sales volume is down about 14%. That's the dollar volume of sales. So for the volume amount to be a little lower than the number of sales, it means some of our higher price listings are moving. Our pricing is stable. So we can see here in our list price, we compare, March to March of 2024. We're very close, just a 1% change. List price per square foot year over year, just a tiny, tiny little changes. Sold price per square foot. This is showing that prices are stable. They are where they've been for a while now. What has changed is the competition on listings has gone up. So there's more to choose from, which also means our days on market go up. They're up at about 10% and an average of 90 days before a property sells. We can see here that, the number of sales is increasing. And if we look at our seasonal norm, we can expect that to kind of stay up through the months of April, May, even June. So we hope to see more sales happening like we do seasonally. Let's go in. Oh, this is the other piece of info. 98% is what sellers are getting of their list price. I want y'all to know that these statistics are only for properties that sell, okay? So there's a lot of other properties out there that don't end up selling, and those are not taken into these statistics. These are stats for properties that have sold. So the ones that do sell, they're getting 98% of their list price. That means sellers and buyers are a little bit more on the same page to be that close. We were at like 96% in the winter. We were at 92% in the fall. So this is a sign that the properties that do sell, they are close to the price they actually sell for, not that far off. So, this wanting to list higher to take into account what the buyers may negotiate, it's not working well in general for a lot of listings. So that's a look at our entire Austin market. But I want to go in here and show y'all how certain specific areas are very different. Okay, this is just a look at Lake Travis. Okay, we have a 14% positive change in the number of resale homes. So more are happening. And that's year over year. We're having a very similar March, but year over year, we're 14% more sales. New homes have taken a big hit. They're not doing as well. Condos, there's not a whole lot of them in Lake Travis is part of the thing. But resale condos are up 35% year over year. We've sold more already this year than we did in 2024. Sales volume is actually up 4%. Now, listing prices in general, again, we're seeing just minimal little changes here and there. Stable. Pricing is stable. Sold to list, 97% of the list price for the properties that sell. Sellers are getting 97% of their list price. Average days on market is up 5% to 98 days for the Lake Travis area. Again, on median pricing, we're going to see just minimal little shifts or nothing at all for price. Pricing is stable. Days on market has actually gone down when compared to last year and March of last year. Fewer days on market, say it with me, for the properties that do sell. We can see number of sales are coming up. We can expect those to stay up for these months here. I also, when I'm in specific areas, I like to look at where most of the number of sales are coming from. So in Lake Travis, we don't have a lot of the lower priced properties. Once we hit 600, we're starting to see that number of sales go up. And then we really see a lot of sales so far in March at this $1 million to almost $2 million price. We had 28 sales in March, and we've had 51 sales so far this year with an average day on market of 119. I hope this is helping y'all. Let's go into one other area that I work a lot, and that is going to be the Dripping Springs area. Now, if you go into some of these really tiny little areas like Spicewood, they don't have enough sales to really give you good statistics. I looked at that this morning. I always look at it, and it's just not enough to, you kind of got to pair it with another area. But this is our Dripping Springs area. Okay, so let's see how they're doing. They've actually had more sales this March than they did last March. Number of sales is up 13% for resale homes. For new homes, it's down 22%. New homes have been ruling the roost for Dripping Springs for a long time. This shows that, that is not so much the case so far this year. Sales volume is just down 2%, very minimal change. So that means a lot of the lower priced homes are probably selling in Dripping Springs. And let's take a look at that here together. They have, right at that 600 point is kind of their mid-range. But then they have even more sales in the $1 to $2 million range this month than they did any other category. So that's interesting. Average price, we're getting a little bit on the negative numbers here for Dripping, which means list prices have come down 6%. The price per square foot on the list prices down 2%. Sold price down 7%. So you can see we have had a little bit of coming down of the prices here, but sellers are still getting 97% of their list price with an average days on market of 75 days. Median, we can see our list price did come down a good amount, but list price per square foot is up 2%. Sold price down 15%. Other changes are pretty minimal until we get to days on market, which has actually gone down 30% for the homes that sell. Lots of sales happened in the month of March, big jump from January and February in Dripping Springs. Let's go over here and look at our Travis County, just specifically Travis County month to date. Okay, our number of sales is down 30% if we just look at Travis County. That's, from the same month this time last year. We want to see that go up. Our sales volume is down about 27% when we compare it to last year. Now, I love these graphs. Here are our new listings by week. This is real time, what's happening right now in April. You can see how many listings are coming on, and you can compare that to last year. Find us right up here, but we're continuing to go up in number of listings. That is increasing competition for sellers. This is my favorite chart, pending properties by week. You can see that we're here. With those previous years, pending properties are happening. They are going up for the year. We started pretty low in January. We were worried, but we are up and even above the previous years for number of pending sales week over week. Days until a property goes pending, that has just come way down now that we're in the selling months for Austin, Texas, and we're right where we usually are, even a little bit lower than the last two previous years. So if you're priced right and you look great, yes, you're going under contract, and you're going under contract faster at this time of year. Consumer confidence is another thing that we talk about with real estate statistics. You know, with everything going on with the economy, the stock market, the government, consumer confidence does show signs of being down. That can affect our real estate market a lot. You know, that's investing in this country if you own property here. So hopefully we see some of that shake out in the next coming weeks, because we've got a really, you know, the selling season is upon us. This is the best time to be listed. This is the time when you get the highest prices of the year, and that's a seasonal statistic. So competition is steep, y'all, but the buyers are coming out. Those pending properties, you know, they are happening. Even over list price is happening in this market. And that may not be a bad strategy to slightly unprice your home, come out strong with marketing, and hope that you get multiple offers that get that list price up for you. What am I seeing on the ground? I am seeing a lot of listings out on the ground. I personally have a lot of listings. Buyers are out and they're shopping, but they are still slow to make their moves. They might really like a property, but a lot of them are waiting to see, you know, if rates go down still, or waiting to see if the property gets another offer, and then they're going to be ready to jump on it. Just not a lot of quick moving buyers in this market unless they are highly motivated, usually by the property. Still, the best time on market is your first 6 weeks on market. If you're going to make some moves, you should do it in that time. That's when the most people are looking at you. Interest rates currently right around 7%. We had a nice little dip below 6.5% a few weeks ago, but those rates are now back up at 7 for conventional financing. I've got a lot of great listings in the Lake Travis and Dripping Springs area for sale, y'all. There's a lot of great properties on the market right now. Hopefully we see a lot of those get scooped up in the next couple of months. But if you're looking to do anything with your real estate here in Austin, I would love to talk to you about it. Real estate is hyper local, so it very much depends on your area. Zillow is not a good estimate of your home. It definitely pays to meet with a real estate professional. If I can help y'all, if with any of your real estate goals, please reach out. And as always, I love talking about this real estate stuff, y'all. I hope you have a really great rest of your week. Thanks for watching.